he don't know that you and I don't make excuses.
Right.
He's full of them. So here we go.
Yep. Again, Towns, 506.28. Schleifer Seneca East. And we've seen Seneca East wearing orange, but I don't see anybody in orange out there. Do you?
No, I don't. No, I do. What lane?
Well, they don't have lanes, Bill. There's 18, 20 girls out there.
So Lily Schieffer, 4B. Yeah, she's in lane 4B.
Okay. Well, I'm going to guess.
They were wearing orange tops, so I don't see an orange top. Oh, no, I do. No, that's red. Sorry. I see no orange top.
See if she has a 15 on her hip when she comes by.
All right. There clearly is no orange top coming down here.
We have no question who wears the OSHA-approved yellow. That is young Miss Jadyn Towns, and she is wearing 10.
Now, this Wheatman is up in the crowd. These Wheatman girls are good soccer players for Port Clinton. I know the grandma. Okay, I don't see Seneca East in there.
Maybe a scratch. Who knows?
I would say there's a scratch there, yeah.
Because they've worn orange in just about everything, haven't they?
It would be nice, really, if we were provided a radio up here, two-way, and when they did scratch or whatever, the bad handoff over there, they could call up and say, Chris, here's what happened. I mean, I'm serious.
We're having a hard time just handling ourselves up here. The last thing we need is more technology.
Hold it. I would handle the radio. I would just tell you.
Ixnay the radio, Bill.
All right. Okay. Just thought I'd help.
We will at some point have to go to lights, however.
It's coming quick.
Inside the Hermes Parker concrete press box.
Look how the clouds kicked in there. The blue's gone.
Yep.
We're going to need lights real soon. In fact, maybe right now.
As we approach the halfway mark here of this final heat 2 of the girls' mile run.
If Lily is out of it, then that's going to mean Miss Towns is going to have a nice time.
Well, here you've got Rocky River, as that is Jane Rathbun.
Well, if you just look at the strides of all the young ladies, it's kind of a slow stride.
Yep.
But look at Towns, and she's just like not slowing down. She looks good.
Here are the results for the girls.
When Towns got around turn 1 and turn 2, she already had 15, 20-yard lead.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like she just said, I'm going to get out there, set my pace, and let them try to catch me.
And that's what she did, and boy, she looks good. Because let's face it, this is a tough race. This is a very tough race.
And we've got more results here. So we go to that 100-meter hurdles in the girls. And the points came out of heats 5 and 4. The top 4, Black River's Olivia Todd with a 15.72 wins it. Then it was Clay, Elyria, Rocky River, Lorraine Napoleon, Jessa Stewart from Perkins comes out of the 4th heat where she finishes 2nd and gets 2 points for the girls, and that would have been after 4 events on the girls' side. Upper Arlington 22, Rocky River 20, Black River 17, Perkins 16.5, Clyde 15 as Towns hits the start-finish line for a 3rd time, and she will make one more lap around the Firelands Health Stadium track. On the boys' side, that boys 110-meter hurdles, Bo Harklerud 14.78, got his team 10 points. Owen Stewart from Perkins finished 3rd, and his time of 16.17. Those were the locals with points, and through 6 events, the combined team score is Upper Arlington 24, Perkins 22.5, Huron 4th at 21, Clyde 6th at 15. As Towns goes across the backstretch.
Hey, you know what conference Black River's in?
Well, back when you were coaching, I would assume they were part of the Firelands.
They were,
Conference,
yeah.
were
We coached, but I don't think they are anymore.
I'm going to assume they play with probably Firelands.
Oh, that way, yeah.
Keystone. That
Yeah.
would be my guess.
Yeah, you're right. Miss Towns has had a nice, easy stride 4 times around to win this.
Yes, she has.
Of course, she has to.
Jadyn Towns finished second here last year. Time of 5 minutes, 21.94 seconds.
And we are underway 4 laps around the track. Who finished in first place last year?
Zarina Immel of Norwalk.
Yeah, Zuri's in this race too. Her seed time coming in 5:36.8 this year. But again, as you mentioned, it's early in the year. You don't know what kind of weather conditions you're getting on the days that you're running. And
Yeah, Immel ran a 5:16 last year. Beat Towns by 5 seconds. So we'll see how that shakes out.
Zuri and Zavi Immel, pretty good athletes for the Norwalk Truckers. You can see Jadyn Towns jumped out with a healthy lead. It's always interesting to watch these distance events, Bill, what kind of runner people are. Are you the kind of runner like Jadyn Towns who wants to jump out and set the pace, or are you the kind of runner who's going to draft for a little bit and save some energy for the back half of the race?
Depends on your conditioning and your training and what your coaches have worked you through and what's worked out best for you. And you talked about the difference between the races. You get those sprint people. Those are called fast twitch muscles that people can explode quickly for short distance. Then you've got your slow twitch muscles, which will fire for a long period of time. I didn't have either one of those. I don't know how it didn't work out for me, but I didn't have either one of those.
You had wrestling twitch muscles, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And you also had a giant afro, so I like that as well. That would have been very, very aerodynamic for you in the 1600 or even the 100-meter dash.
Right. Would have to pull it back, I guess. Or put the headband on like Bodie did for you. He did have it on. I saw it. He had a sign that said, "This is for you, Mike."
We, Troy Baumgartner and I interviewed Gage on the SBC Sports Podcast. Shameless plug right there. And that was one of the questions I asked him. The headbands are coming back this year, right? He's going to be playing football at the next level, and the school eludes me now. But good kid, great athlete, Gage.
In the girls' team race after 4 events, Lexington 44, Huron 31. Vermilion is in third with 20. Margaretta 15, Edison 15, Norwalk 12, St. Joe's is in seventh, St. Paul 8th, and Old Fort 9th.
Hey, Bill, I even had you on the SBC Sports Podcast once.
You did once. I'm kind of offended you didn't have me
SBC
back.
wrestling.
I mustn't have been very good, but
well, that's because Troy asked you about where you stood on the Rock and Cody roads, and you didn't give him an answer.
yeah, that's my least favorite commentary.
What a great wrestling season we had, though. The Edison Chargers win that team championship that they've been battling for all these years, and then Coach David Hermes takes a step back. He's still going to help out the program, but going to take a step back from being the head coach.
It's very hard after doing that for so many years, but you figure out very quickly there's other things in life, and you'll find that there are other things to do.
We also just recently had Brock Manlett step down as the head girls basketball coach at Norwalk after 13 years, and he has had some really good years with the Norwalk Truckers, couple district titles, made it all the way to the regional finals last season. As you see, Jadyn Towns has just been cruising for the Tigers from the very beginning, as she is about to hit the bell lap or gun lap here. I guess they're not going to ring a bell, they're going to shoot a gun.
Results of the girls 4x200 relay, it was Margaretta finishing in first at time of 1:47.41. Lexington was 2, Huron 3, St. Joe's Central Catholic was 4. In the girls' team race after 8 events, we've doubled the scoring. Lexington has done that. They're up to 81. Margaretta's moved into second with 46. Huron is third, 39.5. and Edison is fourth with 34. Then comes Vermilion, Norwalk, St. Joe, St. Paul, Old Fort, and Western Reserve. That's after eight events.
Jadyn Towns has been in control here in this girls 1600 from the very beginning. She jumped out early and has not let up. It's been passing the back of the pack here as she is coming in towards her finish. As you see Jadyn crossing the finish line there. So when they have an athletic team, they're usually going to be pretty good at what they're doing. And the girls track team showing that today for sure. So here we go, heat number 2 of the girls 800. Again, they all have to start in the lanes that they were assigned to, but will be able to cut into the middle. Not through the middle of the field, but into the
That'd make
lane 1.
For an interesting race. If every now and then an opening came up and you could cut across.
I think you're thinking of Mario Kart or something like that.
Yeah.
Jadyn Towns have made up a lot of time on the stagger, a lot of ground on the stagger already. Looks like it's Towns and Lesnack running 1 and 2 right now. Might be Chloe Smith from St. Paul in 3rd place. It would have to be because she's the only St. Paul runner out there.
You figured that out well, Mike.
But we've got Huron running 1 and 2 right now in the girls 800, which would be some nice points for him. But as Bill just mentioned, Lexington has built up quite the lead.
The battle obviously is for that runner-up trophy. This will boost Huron quite a bit. And Lesnick was trying to run with Towns there on that first lap, but Jadyn Towns looks like she's extending her lead by quite a few yards or meters right now.
About to hit the home stretch here in front of the bleachers. Towns and Lesnack running 1 and 2, but looks like it's going to be another first place finish for Jadyn Towns. Jadyn still with a little bit of a kick there at the end. Finishes strong, then Lesnack. Chloe Smith going to finish in 3rd place. Underway here in the 1600, 4 laps around the track.
The Huron High School record, not run on this track. Kennedy Schlesman in 2022 ran 5:03.97. 9 seconds faster than the record for this event and at this stadium. But it's Jadyn Towns' turn now, and she's 5:18 last year, comes in to this one at 5:13. Needs to shave a second or two off her best time so far this year to see if she can pick up a new record, at least in this invitational.
Kennedy Schlesman was a senior last year for the Tigers, also a part of that 4x8 relay team that was setting records with Jadyn Towns, Jaden Carey in there as well. Jaden Carey was the MVP of the meet on the girls' side last year.
Right now it's Towns and Lesnick 1-2, and Anderson on their heels. drafting in that third spot.
Well, maybe they're drifting with the wind. You never know. There is a small craft advisory, though, Bill, so don't go out onto the lake.
I will heed your warning, Mike.
44 degrees today, but with the wind chill, probably feeling quite a bit cooler than that out there.
The wind has died down a little bit. It's still pretty strong wind, but it's died down from what it was this morning. Still not ideal. As you see, most of the kids are wearing their sweats up to the point of getting into their lane.
It's a tough thing about this time of year for spring sports athletes, all the outdoor sports anyhow, I should say, because boys volleyball is now a spring sport in Ohio, but for the outdoor sports, the tough thing, Bill, is one day it might be 70 and beautiful, and then the next day you're back down to 45 and windy. It's just the up and down and the ebb and flow of the elements that you face in the spring.
Yeah, that's the weather on the North Coast, and there's not much you can do about it, though it kind of drove me nuts when I tried to coach baseball for a few years. You're used to that going every day or having a routine at least of weekly events. Not so much around here. It's stop and go.
Our area baseball and softball teams are lucky in the fact that so many of these schools now have turf on their football fields, that on days that you can't get out on the baseball diamond or the softball diamond because of rain, you still get a chance to get out on the turf field and get some work in.
And it's a lot more realistic than trying to hit ground balls in the gymnasium.
However, if you're a track athlete, coaches don't care. They have you out there running in anything.
10 degrees and snow. Coach Lepp's got them out here running.
It is kind of funny, as you see Towns and Lesnack running 1 and 2. It is kind of funny, the ebbs and flows of high school sports in Ohio. We start way back in August where you got those 90-degree days and you're worried about cramps and dehydration, and you get to the spring sports and sometimes you've got 35-degree days and you're worried about snowflakes and frostbite. I guess it could be worse in other states.
Could be. You could be in Alaska. You got to worry about whether you get daylight or not.
And again, depending on whether you're on the front half of the track or the back half of the track, you're either getting a nice little boost from the wind behind you here on the home stretch, but if you're on the back side of the track, you're running dead into that wind.
Two Huron runners comfortably out in the lead. Anderson has kind of fallen off the pace.
Andrew Delaney.
It'll be interesting to see what the time is going to be for these two outstanding distance runners from Huron.
You can see Jadyn Towns still a lot in the tank here.
Your runner-up is Trayvon Williams.
Good run there from Towns. Equally good run by Lesnack. And Lindsay Vogel from Willard. Ashley Nicholas from Madison. Gracie Jones from Elyria Catholic. Elizabeth Davis from Elyria Catholic. Taylor McCown from Madison. Alexa Schultz from Wauseon. Lally Santilianis from Wauseon. Sorry, Lally. Caitlin Kurtz from Huron. Maddie Fada from Elyria. And Elizabeth Walton from St. Mary's Central Catholic. 2 laps around the track. They all start in their respective lanes, but they will round this corner and they will get to a section of cones just inside of 100 meters left before the finish line, and they'll be able to cut into the center. And Jadyn Towns out to a quick start. And that is the way that she ran last weekend at Edison for sure. When she won the 1600 and the 800, she took off and let everyone try and catch her.
That's a huge lead after running just 1/400. The invite record was set by Kennedy Schlesman. Now somebody's in trouble because they put Kennedy Schlesman of Bellevue.
Uh-oh.
2 minutes, 19.95 seconds in 2022.
Don't tell Kennedy's mom that. She'll blame me.
Kennedy Schlesman of Huron won it last year in a time of 2:20.95, just a second off of that.
Talked about it before, but Kennedy's mom was a tremendous athlete here at Huron High School as well.
And her grandpa was a tremendous coach here for a long time. Ed Taylor. Coached a little bit of football, coached a lot of basketball, coached some track.
Here, Jadyn Towns has just been flying around the track for these 2 laps. Read a quote in the paper from her a couple weeks ago where she said she likes to break records. And it looks like every time she goes out there, she's definitely going out there to break some kind of record.
This in these small communities we're in, the Hurons, the Milans with Edison, and how their communities really get behind their athletic programs. Probably makes the job a little bit easier because when you need something and you're an AD, there's somebody there you can go to get something.
You have to know who can get things done for you.
Yes.
Because you can't do it all yourself.
Right.
Some athletic directors try to do everything themselves, and they burn out quickly. It's a tough job. We talked about it a little bit last week. You don't just show up and run an event.
Right.
There's a lot of planning that goes into it, a lot of volunteers that you have to get to work all the various stations throughout the meet. Your gate people. There's a lot of things, your announcers, your timers. People don't understand the amount of work that an athletic director puts in. And unless you enjoy that stuff, it'll be a job that'll kill you.
It's not one that you
competitors and spectators and coaches
listening right now as they
please make sure that you pay attention and you're not walking in front of a high jumper.
running down the runway and you try to take a shortcut.
Don't run in front of a high jumper, as they say.
We got a nice race starting here, Chris, with Towns and Saylor.
Saylor 9 seconds behind in her seat time, but she is running on her home track and trying to use that energy.
And look at Towns start to pull away just as we talked about it.
Towns says, when we get away from where the fans are, I'm going to pull away. Saylor trying to keep her in striking distance.
And she was right on Towns' shoulder as they hit that top curve.
Not sure who that is running third. Probably Hazel Littleton from Firelands. I do see an Edison runners go 4th and 5th, so Chaput and Wheel now 4th and 5th, but Towns has stretched that lead out. There she comes right in front of the stands.
Saylor did her best to stay with Towns for that first lap, but just doesn't have enough with the speed to stay with her.
She's going to set a meet record. She's going to cross around 2:16.9, and that's going to be a second and a half to 2 seconds better.
Let's see what they...
And they are off and running in the girls 800-meter run. Summer Shirley from Vermilion, Grace Carter, Margaretta, Jadyn Towns from Huron, Olivia Saylor, Margaretta, Grace Anderson, Edison, Jordan Bruner, Perkins, Maley Wilnow from Edison, Davaria Coy, Sandusky, Maggie McVeigh, Perkins, Evelyn Jones, Vermilion, Colette Stoik, Huron, Ruby Capizzi, Sandusky. This race going to come from probably one of 3 girls. Jadyn Towns, your race favorite. 2:16. Olivia Saylor 2:22, and Grace Anderson, who won the, I believe, the 1600, is at 2:27.
This is almost the same positioning, Chris, that we saw on Friday night. Towns taking the lead right off the bat. Saylor right on her shoulder trying to follow her. And then it was on the second lap that Towns just ran away from Saylor.
Well, I think the interesting thing would be is, as of now, this is Towns' only event she's run. This is Saylor, at least her third, because I believe she was in the 4x1 and the 4x2, probably the 4x4.
And Saylor has done a much better job this time, staying within striking distance on the back stretch.
So I guess you could say Towns is fresher, but Saylor's definitely looser, having raced a few times.
And not a runaway this time.
No.
We'll see if Saylor has got a kick, if she can come off that fourth curve.
And they've got a huge, huge lead over third place. But right now, it is Jadyn Towns.
Here
Saylor,
comes
here
Saylor.
comes the kick.
Here she comes.
Is Towns going to feel it and turn it on? Saylor almost catching her. Saylor's going to go past her, and I think Towns outleaned her at the finish line. We will have to wait and see. But and they are out and running right now.
And I will apologize for not getting you the updates on the places, but it stopped updating as of 8:13 with the Lake Division girls 300 hurdles. I don't have it, and nothing after that.
Jadyn Towns right now with the lead. Saylor and Grace Anderson second and third.
This is the way it's been for 3 weeks.
Lesnick fourth.
That I've seen the running. Saylor will stay on the shoulder of Towns and run with her.
Which she is.
And then try to outkick her at the end.
They'll come around in front of the home crowd here for the first time.
Will Towns be satisfied to keep her there? Is that Shoput coming up from Edison?
Yes. Or Anderson. I think it's Anderson, Grace Anderson. Fourth.
Okay.
Shoput in the battle right now in fifth.
Okay.
I wonder if young Miss Towns didn't get the memo that she's wearing green shoes. She should wear the bright red shoes and let the green shoes go to the Saylor in green. She's actually a polar bear in green, but it's Olivia Saylor. And right now, Towns with a comfortable, about a 5-meter lead, but
she's been here before. She's had that lead.
And she's stretching that lead out right now.
What Saylor's going to be able to do as she comes off the turn.
Well, and Lesnick putting a kick now on Saylor, trying to catch her. Does Saylor, can she catch her? Did Towns go out too quickly?
I don't think so. I don't think the pace was too hard for her.
Well, here comes Saylor, and she's got a sprint on. I don't think she's got enough time to catch her, though, as it's going to be Jadyn Towns finishing it off around 2:16.9, which is well in front of the meet record time of 2:19.73, and that would just tell me Saylor's seed time was 2:14 flat. She maybe just didn't run the race she had hoped.
It's typical of what we've seen. So
because she ran,
I don't know.
Yeah, she ran 2:14 here. She was somewhere around 2:18.
Good job, Tigers!
Come on, Emma, get up there.
Yes, everything.
Results from event number 8, the boys 4x200 relay. In 8th place, Gallion. 7th place, Spencerville. 6th place, Willard. And in 5th place, Liberty Benton. The top 4 finishers advancing to next week's Lexington Regional. In 4th place, Vermilion. 3rd place, Bellevue. 2nd place, Ontario. And your 2024 Ontario Division II District Champion, the boys 4x200. Shaving a 1/100 off their meet record.
Good job, Sam!
Joseph Shaver and Bo Harper from Huron High School. Their new meet record time, 1 minute, 27.1 seconds.
Good job, Emma, make your move.
Good job, runners.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job, Jadyn! All right, Sam, keep it up!
Let's go. Come on, Grace.
Go, Jadyn! Come on, Sam.
Results from event number 31, the girls shot put. In 8th place from Liberty Benton, Evie Parmalee. 7th place from Bellevue, Addison Rogers. 6th place from Ontario, Bella Sorrenti. And in 5th place from Shelby, Layla Sturts. Top 4 finishers advancing to next week's Lexington Regional. In 4th place from Willard, Paige Adams. 3rd place from Liberty Benton, Emily Hank. 2nd place from Gallion, Miranda Stone. And in 1st place with a winning throw of 40 feet, 6 1/2 inches from Vermilion, Megan Reaney.
Your attention to the awards platform for presentation of medals in the boys 4x200 meter relay. In 8th place, time 1:34.34, Hartley. In 7th place, time of 1:70, Rogers, Toledo Rogers. In 6th place, time of 1:30.14, Buckeye Valley. In 5th place, time of 1:29.58, Columbus East. To the state meet next week. 4th place, 1:29.24, Ontario. Test. Advancing to the state meet in 4th place, Sam Lesnick from Huron. In 3rd place from Johnstown Monroe, Savage. In 2nd place from Huron, Jadyn Towns. And the champion in the girls 1600 meter round with a winning time of 5:01.91 from Hathaway Brown, Hannah Cruzan. In 6th place from Reedy, Amaya Wiggins. Finishing 5th from Australia, Azanette Adams. Advancing to the state meet next week in 4th from Bellevue, Ella Rucker. In 3rd from Hathaway Brown, Isabel Spielbaum. Finishing 2nd from Lexington, Emily Thomas. And the champion in the girls 300 meter hurdles with a meet record time of 43.42 from Johnstown Northridge, Isabel Evans. Alex Merriman. Finishing 6th from Upper Sandusky, Jenna Wenger. In 5th place from Johnstown Monroe, Audrey McBrady. Advancing to the state meet in 4th place from Johnstown Monroe, Reese Savage. In 3rd from Akron St. Vincent St. Mary, Camille Dunnifer. In 2nd place from Huron, Jadyn Towns. And the champion in the girls 800 meter run with a winning time of 2:14.83 from Lexington, Eliana Weaver. On your mark.
Hey, Jeff.
Seconds. In fourth place, Cody East Jr. Landon Bomar, 25.1. In third, Louisville freshman Hayden Williams, 24.65. Franklin Furnace Green sophomore Tim Bradley, 23.11. And going back to back, this year is a sophomore, last year as a freshman who took the title. This year as a sophomore in terms of a time of 17.43 seconds. Representing the G1 for Marysville Garfield, back-to-back titles for the sophomore.
I just
Unless you bypass the old one. I'm going to tell you, the bridge is typically. The other one's going to be slow. So you have a choice. And you can see the choice, but you see these two gold pieces, and they red. I've been on come out the damn wall. That's a mountain. It goes back to the
2000 Woodridge Cities, your state champion, 4:56.78 seconds. Give it up for state champion.
First of all, you wouldn't even be on my room.
Top teams are Wyoming with 21. Kenmore Academy, North Woodridge with 20. Three teams. Jadyn Jr. Beckett Strong, 2:15.